Hey guys, so this video is to complement the blog post about eating on the go. This is a topic that comes up all the time. So here goes. This is for you guys that are listening in the car, you like the videos, what have you, because most of this is probably also written in the blog. So if you have questions, you want to get specific about the numbers or the visuals, please do refer to the blog post, okay? If you're checking this out on YouTube, because you're searching for stuff about CrossFit or nutrition, click the link below to see the actual original blog post. All right, so my big excuse for why I can't stick to my macros, I can't follow my diet, is because I don't get to make all my own meals, right? Boo-hoo. I can't meal prep. I don't have time. I can't cook. I have to, eat out with clients, or I have to eat out at lunch, or, I have to get catering at events. If you can tell from my tone, I apologize, but a lot of this is kind of just bullshit. For instance, I am a business owner. I'm an entrepreneur. I work some weird hours, and I definitely work more than 40. I'm a father, right? And with my weird hours, I don't eat meals with my family all the time, and I eat on the road a lot. And I find it pretty easy to eat out at certain, casual dining restaurants by, just doing a teeny bit of research. Every business has a website, right? So in the blog post, we go over two examples, Wawa and Panera, right? If you are somewhere in the mid-Atlantic region, I bet you have a Wawa somewhere on your commute, all right? If you're listening to this from California, I am not, I don't have a speech impediment. We literally have a gas station called Wawa, right? Thank you, New Jersey or Delaware, wherever you come from. But anyways, this gas station is so much more than a gas station, right, guys? I got a little soft spot for Wawa. They make subs and other meals, salads, things like that. And so in the blog post, I describe how, just by taking a little bit of time to pick out kind of a healthier hoagie, right? So just this is like a, I forget, like a shorty. So that's like a 4 or 6 inch sandwich with turkey, skip the mayo and go with mustard, lettuce and tomato and onion, stuff like that. You can actually get a really healthy sandwich that has a ton of protein, some complex carbs from being on a hoagie roll, and not too much fat because we're kind of selective about the cheese and other toppings that we're adding. And on the flip side, I give another example of Panera because, well, everybody knows Panera too, right? And honestly, Panera's got a great reputation for providing pretty healthy, fresh foods, right? So I use the salad, the Fuji apple salad with chicken, because it's one of my favorites, man. It is a good salad. It's great, right? And we crack in the details there too, where it's also got like over 30 grams of protein in this meal, which is really awesome for fast food, right? The difference though is, they don't have the nutritional information for making any substitutions or changes, so we have to go straight off the menu. Straight off the menu, the Fuji apple salad with chicken, not unlike every other salad from every other fast food place that you go to, is gonna have a dressing. It's gonna have some kind of fat or meat added to it, right? So like nuts, cheese, those types of toppings, as well as chicken or beef or whatever, right? So the Fuji apple salad is no exception. It's got a sweet balsamic vinaigrette, which means it's basically simple syrup, right? It's got gorgonzola cheese, and it's got candied pecans, more sugar and more fat, as well as actual, dried apple chips. Man, all that shit is delicious. Do not get me wrong. I love that fucking salad, right? And I'm not telling you that nuts are bad or that cheese is bad or any of those things, but if you're tracking your numbers and you're trying to kind of keep your fat a little bit lower so that you can get those protein and carbs up, so that you can have a caloric deficit, so that you can lose weight, you probably can't afford to have a ton of fat at every meal. And the Fuji apple salad with chicken from Panera has over 30 grams of fat in a salad, right? So I go over some specific ideas and how you can maybe make some adjustments and, spoiler alert, maybe hold the cheese or hold the nuts, and that'll make a big change in the actual, macro composition of the meal. And I'm making a lot of assumptions, like you're trying to maintain or lose weight, and so your mileage may vary depending on what you're actually trying to do with your diet. But both of these examples, you can cruise up to a Wawa or Panera in your neighborhood, especially if you live in the suburbs of anywhere on the East Coast. There's one right around the corner from you, I bet. It's gonna take you 5 minutes to go in there and order it. All right, and it's a fast, quick, convenient meal that's going to cost like $6 to $10. And honestly, like if you tweak a couple of things, you can get things exactly the way you want. So saying like, oh, I have to eat out, and that's why I can't eat healthy, is really an excuse. Okay, I have some great friends who kind of pointed out to me, a good example, like a good analogy as an excuse is a lie that you tell yourself, right, to make you feel better about not doing what you're supposed to do, right? Generally speaking, if we dig deep enough, you almost always have a choice, an alternative, an option, right? So when you say, hey, I just don't have time to eat healthy, and you eat chicken nuggets, you're full of shit, because you could eat a salad with chicken on it too. Like every fast food place recognizes the demand for this in the market, and they sell it. So stop being full of shit. Start being accountable like a grown-ass adult, and maybe eating like a grown-ass adult. So when you choose that salad, maybe ask a question or two, like what's the dressing? What are the toppings? And you can make a great healthy choice. And keep in mind, right, just because, one thing or another from a fast food place isn't perfect, as long as it's pretty good, right? If you can get a B on your nutrition most of the time, man, you're doing pretty all right. If you can eat clean, if you can hit your goals 80 to 90% of the time, you're probably going to make progress towards your goals. If you're an average person just looking to live a little bit healthier lifestyle, it does not have to be all or nothing. It does not have to be extreme, and it does not have to be hard. It takes a little bit of research, a little bit of trying, and a little bit of accountability, right? Just be responsible for your decisions and your actions, right? Just take ownership, right? If you take ownership of what's going on, I think you'll feel a lot healthier and a lot happier about what you're doing and how you're doing it. All right, so read the blog article, hit me up with questions on the blog, on Facebook, on YouTube, whatever. If it doesn't make sense, we can add some more. And if you got some seriously deep questions and you're here in Richmond and you want to talk more, book an appointment with us. Come on in and talk. All right, hope that helps.